Hello, everybody. It's really great to see you here at our website, Start Talk Online. My name is Kate Chignova, and I'm a teacher of business English and academic director of Start Talk Language School, which is listed on top 10 language schools in Moscow, and it's been on the market for 10 years so far. So why am I here? Why I'm talking to you here? The thing is that we decided to launch a totally new product, an online course for those of you who already know English and who already can speak English pretty well, but still, while traveling, while meeting new people, while networking and just having any kind of contacts with foreigners, you still have some questions, some doubts, you feel certain cultural differences which enable you to to understand that you need more, that you need to know more and to keep learning. So the course which we are going to present to you, to your attention, is fully based on your communication skills. So the level required for you to understand and to be able to follow our techniques, the expressions and the methods we're going to use is upper intermediate. Of course, normal intermediate would be good too, but not lower than that. If you have a lower level and if it's a problem for you to understand, we recommend you first to go for our elementary course where we speak Russian, but the phrases are given in English. So the second part, the second version will be exactly for those of you who are already professionals, but you would like to master your techniques. So again, if to be more precise, we have accumulated all our experience in working with different people, private students, students who, let's say, who visited Start Talk School, and there are more than 28,000 of them so far. So what usually are the problems? What are the excuses of not being fluent in your English, of not using your English in your professional career? So you say, I want to work for an international company, but my English is not good enough. I still don't feel confident. I don't know what to say while I'm waiting for my interview. The HR asks me questions and puts me, I don't feel at ease when I'm having my interview. And I think it's because of my language. Well, sometimes it's really not. Then you have a foreigner, maybe it's your colleague, but you are still afraid. You try to avoid contacts. For example, if you see that your foreign colleague is in the kitchen, you would rather not go there. You would rather pretend that you have some busy stuff to do and you really don't know what to talk about in the kitchen, by the coffee machine, or elsewhere. What else? You are traveling, okay? You are on a flight. So you are flying and you are having a nice stranger next to you, but you basically don't know how to strike a conversation. You don't know what to say, what's going to be appropriate, what are the taboo topics, what's, let's say, is better not to mention. And that kind of scares you and again, puts you out of your comfortable zone. And of course, all of us nowadays, we have to be presenters, we have to be speakers. Even if you are not facing a big audience, even if it's just, let's say, a few colleagues of yours, or maybe your boss who is a foreigner, who is an expert, you have to deliver some presentations, you have to deliver reports, based on your performance, on your department's performance, and so on. And when you deliver, it's one more art. Very often people with good English, they still feel very uncomfortable when they need to present figures, graphs, themselves, anything connected with their current activity in English. They say, wow, I know how to do that in Russian, but I have no idea how to be effective when I'm delivering presentations in English. So, of course, a few more excuses. When you are busy, when your English is already more or less okay, you say, I have no time. Yeah, I can't really attend offline courses at 7 or in the morning. It's too hard for me. Traffic is horrible in Moscow, and I can't afford that time-wise, money-wise. Yeah, a lot of reasons. And, we've been thinking that these are excuses, but life is changing, pace of life is growing, and we would like you, of course, to find this compromise, and that's why we decided to do it fully online so that you can watch it whenever you want to, at night. So big portions when you have time, or maybe lesson by lesson, 30 minutes by 30 minutes. Each lesson will last approximately 30 minutes, so it's really not such a big deal. Then you say, oh, it's kind of too expensive. Yeah, well, I agree with you. For example, private classes with top teachers, they are pretty expensive nowadays because everybody tries to, be successful and get some money. But our idea and the message we're trying to get across now is that these skills which we have acquired during our MBA education, during our linguistic education, and our 13-year or even more already experience while teaching different business people from different areas. So everything we have accumulated, we want to share with you now, and the price is much more affordable than if you're gonna do that face-to-face or even having online classes. So that's our idea, to share expertise with mass audience. And all the excuses which used to stop you from taking on classes, they are right here. You can see them on the screen. Yeah, boring, too long, I don't know what the effect I'll get, what the results will be. I need, and if especially you are already working with your language, you do need certain templates, certain ready solutions. You do need to work with your presentation skills. Yeah, you do need to train that so that you have a ready solution. And I really want you to pay attention to our unit, to our lesson about self-presentation, about elevator pitch. This is something really worth thinking about and really worth writing in advance, because when you are spontaneous, you are never effective, believe it or not. You need to think about that, especially if it's not your mother language, if it's not your mother tongue. You have to prepare in advance because, we are who we are. You are not professional linguists, are you? Well, even if you are, repetition makes perfect, right? We remember this very famous English proverb. So that's my idea. That's our message. The topics which are going to be covered in our professional English course, they will be mostly devoted to relevant topics, to ready solutions, to templates which will be provided fully in English and without any need to do them one more time. Okay, so I want to highlight one more very, very popular strategy, which most of my students who have for a second advanced level, B2 level, they still practice this technology, and you can see it right now on the screen. Yeah, everybody will think that you speak English if you just keep silence. That's a very nice strategy. So due to the fact that you don't know what to say in particular situations, sometimes what you do, you just keep silence. And don't say that it's not true, because I know that this is true. And so not to do that, to be more effective communicator, to be more effective in what you are doing and how you present yourself, yeah, who you are, we are going to teach you step by step how to reach this goal. So welcome to our professional English. It's business communication skills, and it's an intensive course which will have 6 modules and 30 lessons. Well, some modules will have less, some modules will have more. Of course, it depends on the topic. So the topics, they are truly relevant. They are part of what we have learned during our offline education at MBA Executive. And what you have here, you can see it in the screen. You're gonna have exactly such skills. You're gonna train exactly such skills as small talk, meeting people, networking, which is extremely popular nowadays, and we will tell you what's the difference, the approach, which is really different, how we see networking, Russians, our mentality, and we're gonna compare it, we're gonna mix and match it with other nationalities, and you're gonna notice that it is truly valuable information before you go to meet other people around the world while having some conferences and stuff. Telephoning, presentations, how to deliver presentations, as I have already said, negotiating, how to negotiate well, how to enter negotiations, middle part, and how to quit. How to do it professionally. Business correspondence, of course, we're gonna share with you these templates and these fundamental new approaches, I would say. Of course, it's impossible to teach you to write, especially through screen, but we're gonna talk about channels of communication, modern approach to that, and so how not to confuse your partners. And last but not least, following up. You're gonna learn how to follow up professionally, how to follow up not in a Russian style, but in a truly cultural style. The style which is appropriate all over the world. So here you can see the length. Again, 30 minutes. Pre-intermediate level, which is for Russian, and upper intermediate level, which is for English version. We have already started, we have already launched parts, and we are in process, so that's why you're very welcome to do pre-sale, and it's fully online, so you can watch it whenever and wherever you are, okay? Okay, so that's about it. See you at our classes. Bye-bye.